Okay, not sure if that's working. Can anyone hear that? Or do I need to pause and type? It's working. Thanks. Okay. DD Dan, when are you going to do more RetroPie videos? I'll try to do one about once a week if I can. I did one today. There's one about Dreamcast emulator. So if you guys have seen that, it should help you get up and running with the Sega Dreamcast. I never had one before, so emulation, first time I had to try it out. And yeah, it works. It works. It's not amazing, but yeah, check out the video, see what you think. It's got some gameplay videos at the end of it. Ah, missed that. I'm no good playing with Max. He's too slow. Not very quick running about. Much better with Axel, but I'll give this one a go. Hopefully the audio of the game comes through well to you. It is a great soundtrack. Hi Martin, thanks for the comment, no problem. If there's anything, any tutorial you want to see, just let me know and I'll try and set something up. I tried to cover most bits of the RetroPie setup, but also retro gaming generally. And you've probably seen a few recent videos. I've got Amazon Fire tablet, retro gaming on that, and also a GPD XD. So I'll try and do some more devices. I've even got some original kit like a Megadrive with an emulated cartridge in to play all the ROMs. So I might do a video on that as well, because that's a great way to play old games as well using the original kit. But obviously most of the videos are on the Raspberry. Hi Millie. No problem, DD Dan. I don't think I'm going to last very long with Max here. I'm no good at this, and then even worse at the end of the level here with Jet. He just always gets me. Hi Milo, thanks for the comment. I hope that helped. I try to keep them to cover all the basics so everyone can get up and running easily. Okay, there we go. I bet he's gonna... I'm sure you can knock him off his jetpack so he has to walk about, but I can't remember how. Axel was useless against it, or I was rubbish using Axel against it. Max seems a bit better actually. I got a system. What about the Nvidia Shield Android TV? I know the Nvidia Shield products are really popular for emulation, but I've never even tried one. I don't have one, and I'm not seeing what they're like first hand. But yeah, I think they're pretty good. I'll have to check one out. How do you recommend the latest version of RetroPie? What, 3.1? That came out about a week ago. Yeah, it's really good. The changelog is pretty clear on what it's updating. It fixes a small error with the SNES emulator. But otherwise, what other things did it fix? Can't remember off the top of my head. I've got a link though. Let me pause that a sec. And shouldn't take a sec. Just want to get this changelog up. There it is. Right, changelog. There you go. Just posted that link for the changelog. It's got various bits: Bluetooth, Super Mario War, splash screen improvements. There are some useful bits, but it's not massively different to the previous version. So I wouldn't necessarily upgrade if you're already on a version 3. Okay, that guy from Russia, thanks for the comment, but I can't pronounce your name there, or can't really read your name, but thanks. Yeah, I think I've been using it for the Dreamcast emulator video I did earlier, and there's no problems. Okay, I've only got 1 life left. That's pretty bad at this stage. Yeah, I'd give it a go now. I don't know what version you're running at the moment, but if you want extra enhancements that it's got listed there, certainly worth a go. Easy enough to download the image and give it a whirl. I have this bit, bare knuckle arcades. DD Dan, will you do more live streams like this one in the future for a subscriber special? Yeah, I should. I could do a scheduled one maybe. I don't know what the topic would be. Maybe a tutorial about some part of RetroPie, or just playing a game, whatever's popular really. But this is really just trying out the setup I've got to see if it works. But it seems to be working okay. Capture's alright, and I guess the graphics, the video and the audio is okay for you guys. Neil, last thing I need to sort out N64. Yeah, there's a lot of games that are a bit flaky with N64, and it's not really the Pi's fault, it's just the emulator isn't really optimised to get the most out of the Pi for those games. But also, I think even PC N64 emulators struggle with some of their games. It's just not really a particularly mature emulator for N64. So, I mean, as you've seen, some of them run absolutely amazingly, like Super Mario Kart, that's great, and Super Mario 64, but yeah, some of the games are really not that good. Same with the Dreamcast, there's quite a lot that really weren't up to much on that video I did earlier today. Pay more attention to the screen here. I keep looking at the comments. Yeah, like I said, this is the first streaming one I've done just to try and test out how it goes. I wasn't sure whether to do it on Twitch or YouTube or what's easiest really, but this seems to work okay. So yeah, I think I'll do another one in the future. Maybe different games or a particular tutorial, because then it's a bit more interactive really. People can sort of stop and ask how to do particular setups with the RetroPie. What was the first ever video game console you got? Game console, the first one was... I think it was Megadrive. It would have been about 89. And yeah, I got a Japanese import or a Hong Kong import, and yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, I didn't have anything earlier than that. I didn't have an NES or a Master System, but my friends did, and saw what they were like, and they were pretty cool. But when the Mega Drive came along, that really, graphics were amazing on that. So that's my main system really. That's the one I play mostly. And yeah, that's the first one I had. I had computers before that, but no console. Last Life, probably not going to go much longer. I don't know all the Musamax either. He seems to do weird things on different combos. But seems good. Martin, what about the first ever home computer? 64. First one I had was a rubber key Spectrum 48K, which was great. I mean, I had a load of games for it. I remember Goltman, Harrier Attack, what else did I have? I had Colony. I had the whole stack of games. Yeah, the Spectrum's the first one there. I had a joystick and did I have a memory of it? I can't remember. But yeah, no, love that. Eight people watching, that's a record. Although this is the first stream I've ever done, but that's a record. Oh, I'm dead. Right, okay. Maybe one quick more go with a new character. No, not skate. Yeah, okay. Let's go with skate. Oh, he's much faster than that. So. This looks like Alien. Well, yeah, it's a complete rip-off of Alien. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, I didn't. That's gotta be the best speed ever. I don't know if the video on YouTube is timed to work exactly with what I'm saying, but I'm just about walking up to that purple guy, jumping it. Oh, he threw me. So yeah, I don't know if that's out of sync, but it's a good move. Hi Cole, thanks very much. I'm glad they're helpful. Tried to get everyone up and running with RetroPie. Obviously it's not as easy as some setups because you do have to get a bit into Linux and write images to SD cards. It's not exactly double click when you're there, but once you're up and running it should be pretty straightforward. This is the strangest level. Hi Fatlet, yeah, well it's a good play. I mean it's good that you keep them. It's always worth bringing them out now and again, or just emulate. And that's one thing I haven't done on RetroPie actually, is use the ZX Spectrum emulator. Mainly because I don't like keeping a keyboard always plugged in, which you kind of need for Spectrum stuff. Although you could emulate the buttons on the joypad quite a lot of space. But yeah, I should check that out because I think a lot of people would be interested in emulating Spectrum again. Oh my god. Really not good at this. DD Dan, with Mario or Sonic. Well, I didn't have a NES, and I did have a SNES, but I didn't play it a lot. It was much more Megadrive, so I think I prefer Sonic really. There was a pretty good game on the Dreamcast emulated earlier actually, the Sonic Adventures 2. Obviously it should run a bit better than it did in the video, but it seemed pretty good. There's Blanca. I don't know what Blanca's doing here. I can't remember what year this came out. Must have been about Street Fighter 2 type feel. 92 maybe? Have you used 6064 by Neil? No, I think maybe once. It's the Vice emulator, I think. I've never used C64 in my life, but I gave the emulator a quick go, but I didn't spend much time with that. So I've not really tried that out very much, but I should probably try and do a video on it. I should probably work through all of them. And don't forget, for all the videos that I haven't got, there's a load of wiki pages that are really useful and give a load of good info on getting up and running with loads of parts of RetroPie, including I think there's a Kodi page up there and Limelight or Moonlight, and a good wiki page on the Bluetooth controllers actually, which is the only one I use besides this wired one. I don't like the PS3 or Xbox controllers for this. It doesn't really feel quite right using a modern controller. Carl, Choplift on C64 is great, is it? Okay, maybe I'll give that one a go. I've never played that, so yeah, try it out. I guess it's probably fairly easy to get it up and running. It's not in the experimental section, so it must be tried and tested. Oh, I'm not doing well. Zam's there. Done. Nathan built an arcade machine with RetroPie Zinmo board. I've never used the Zinmo stuff with 2 sets of buttons and joysticks. Always had a problem with the second controller setup for main. Is that main for all or an LR main or what version was that? Is that the one where you press tab to bring them up? Because it should be. I think, does the Zinmo emulate keystrokes, or is it emulate button presses? Like I said, I've not used that. I should probably try and check it out. One thing I'm doing at the minute is building a what's it called? It's an off-the-shelf arcade package. Piecade, that's it. Piecade from Pi Marini, and that runs on obviously a Raspberry Pi and RetroPie. So I'm just putting the hardware together there, and I'll see what that's like when it's done. I like these levels, walking apart. See what we do. Getting knocked. Thanks, Fatlip. Glad they helped you out. I always try to do them from a beginner's perspective as well, so you can get to grips with it easily. I could just go in and sort of skip a load of steps, but I think it helps if you start from scratch on a lot of them. You can always fast forward on YouTube if you don't want to know certain bits, but I think it's useful to know what's going on rather than just following some steps. And the wick is good if you don't want to sort of drag a video that might drag it out as well. It was main fraud. Is that main fraud's got 2? I think it's got LR main fraud or just main fraud, and the non-LR one is when you press tab to set up the buttons. Is it that one when you press tab, or is it a RetroArch based one? That's to Nathan. Can't get any SNES FX chips to work. What, like Star Fox, that sort of thing, and Yoshi, Super Mario 2, like Yoshi or something? Those sort of games? Is that what you mean? Because they do run horrifically on a Raspberry Pi 1, but really well on a Pi 2. 1 life left. That's not very nice. Whoa. I have a Pi 2. Yoshi's Island seems to go blank when I open that. So, pretty sure they worked okay when I tried them out. Check out my videos on the it's one probably about 6 months old. It's called Speed Comparisons, and on that Speed Comparisons video, it's got Yoshi's Island and Star Fox on. I would have used a default emulator, which for the SNES is What's this default SNES one? Whatever the default SNES one is, it seems to be okay. So, I mean, I do overclock it as well, so make sure you set the default overclock on the Pi 2. That probably helps a fair bit as well. Whoa, getting smashed. D-Dan, are you using emulator or actual hardware? This one is an emulator, but I've got the actual hardware right by my TV, so I could just plug that in, but it would look more authentic. I've got a scanline generator as well, so it would look pretty good even on my LCD TV. Nathan, it was the non-LR one. Okay, yeah, but it seems to register. Let me pause that. It seems to register the keystrokes on either set of buttons for 1-2 player, first player. And when you try to set it up, it doesn't seem to change anything. I have a feeling it might be because it uses one USB port. Do you know if the Zinmo kind of translates keyboard presses or joypad button presses? I'll have to get one and try it out. Oh, that's me, isn't it? That's gone. Yeah. Game over. Maybe one quick one. Start from the start. Let's try Blaze. Is it Blaze? Yeah. Keyboard strokes. Okay. Well, you'd think if it was a keyboard. I know. Yeah, that's the point. I suppose if it's the same port. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I paid £50 for 40p. Oh right, that's pretty reasonable. I'll try. Although I think I could be wrong, but I think I saw a post that said there's a particular build of Main for All that doesn't like having two players on a Zinmo style controller. You could try the LR Main for All because that, you know, is retro arch and it's probably easier to get the Zinmo working on. But I'll have to check it out. If you've got a link where you bought the Zinmo, then I'll have a look there. Okay, so start this one up again. One player. And you can see, I don't know if you can, how it's coming out on YouTube, but I've got an overlay on this one, so it's kind of a scanline effect. It's not as good as the original, but it's not bad, I think. And this is how I tend to play the RetroPie stuff. Let's try Blaze on this one. Like I say, this is the first stream I've done. I'm not sure if I think it writes the finished file to YouTube after, so people can check it out. I'm not sure. And it's a great game, 2 players as well. They've just improved a little. Don't know if you tried Streets of Rage 3, but that's just weird. The sprites are really big and it feels a bit cartoony. I don't like it so much, but this one's great. That's quite acrobatic. Won't let me post a web. Oh, it's probably the spam prevention. You can probably put it in the comments after when I quit the stream, or just pop it in a YouTube message. That I probably do. D-Day Dan, I think you should do Android emulation since the emulation community for emulation there is a huge. I recommend using for most. I've done a couple on Android emulation with the Android Fire tablet, the new one that came out a couple of weeks ago, and also GPD XD. They're like handheld Android. So I've got some retro gaming videos there. Check out the channel and you should find them back. But yeah, I could do some more. with the Amazon with the Amazon Fire tablet. Yeah, with the Amazon Fire tablet, it's great. It's really quite powerful. £50. It's a good deal, but I still like to have a touchscreen to emulate isn't great. So I still like physical joypad, and the Bluetooth one's great. So even though it's quite a portable tablet, I still have a separate controller if I'm going to use retro gaming. But it hooks up to a Bluetooth controller quite happily, and up and running no problem. Like I say, I've done a video on it, and you can see how easy it is to set up. Nathan, but the kit is brilliant. The buttons come with LEDs on the wall. Oh, that sounds good. This sounds like part of that Piecade that I've got that I haven't finished setting up yet. It does look the part with a lot more arcade feel, obviously, with those sort of components. Four lives. Is that how many I started with? Have I lost one? Ah. I think I'm much better with this thing, the basic thing. I like I've been streaming for an hour, so this is the last one, definitely. But now I've got the hang of the setup, that should be easy enough to do another one. I guess if I do a scheduled one, it should help people out know when it's going to happen. They can watch it. I could do a tutorial maybe. I'll find out. I'll have a look through some suggestions and see what is popular. Yeah, I should do RetroArch on Android. I don't think I've done that yet. I have installed it on the tablet, and it works okay. But yeah, I just need to understand the file paths a bit more and see where things get written to. So obviously, it's quite different from RetroPie. I think they've just brought out a new version actually, 1.2.2 for Android. So they do actively develop it quite a lot, the RetroArch team. Do you have a Facebook or Twitter? Yeah, there's Twitter. Check out on Twitter Smart Retro, one word, Smart Retro, and that's where I post most of my video stuff. No BIOS for PS1. I think if you try running without the BIOS on RetroPie anyway, some of the games sort of work, but you need it for more compatibility. But what is there a emulator that's got it built in or something? Whoa, in the face. fireball she does. Thanks, Nathan. I'll check it out later. Right, I'm going to call it a day there. Thanks very much for checking out the stream. It's been great to test, see how it works, and I'll see if YouTube puts this final video up. I'll try to do a new one soon. Thanks.